Minister of Land Reform and Rural Development, Mzwandile Nyhontso, will hand over title deeds to land reform beneficiaries who, in the main, are former farm workers as well as dwellers. And so these are communities who suffered dispossession of land during apartheid. The communities are from Richtersveld, Pella and Concordia. SABC News reporter Ulrich Hendricks is now in the Northern Cape. Ulrich, good morning. Talk to us about today's handover of the title deeds, the pace of this, and perhaps how this fits into the broader picture of South Africa's land reform system and development at large.
Hi, good morning, Liesl, and welcome to Springbok in the Northern Cape. Well, of course, the past 2 days we've seen a lot of jubilation from local communities, from the Richtersveld and, of course, from the larger Namaqualand area, because they have received their title deeds. Yesterday we witnessed the Richtersveld land claim. You'll recall that land claim was one of the biggest in the country. More than 300,000 square meters that were given to those communities, plus up more than 100 million rand in that. So yesterday, after about 20 years, they received their title deeds to the land there. So dignity restored for those people, and finally they can start to look at ways to develop, the land that they got in that land claim. Of course, it's happening today in the Springbok area as well. Various beneficiaries through the land reform department, but also the minister yesterday saying that because like the Richtersveld land claim, it took about 20 years. They are starting a program to fast track these claims, because from the moment the land claim is instituted, you find that a lot of beneficiaries actually die before they actually have the land back. But today as well, getting title deeds. One of those will be Mzwandile. Tell us about the land that you have, and with this title deeds, what do you hope to achieve?
Thank you, Ulrich. Yes, today Concordia community is receiving their title deed for the communal land. So we are receiving our communal land under Act 94 of 1998, which aims to transform communal land ownership. So we are receiving our land today, although we have received an informal title deed 2 years ago already, when our CPA was registered with the Department of Rural Land Development. So today, we are hoping that this title deed will give legitimacy to the CPA and the community who owns this land, so that we are able to transform our land into economic hubs, into self-sufficient communities that can feed ourselves, so that we can plant the food that we need, so that we are able to make sure that our communities are able to not only exercise their rights as indigenous people of this area, but also their right to feed themselves, their right to decide what happens on their land, the right to be able to formulate legal documents and sign them on behalf of their community. So that is very, very important for our community. And so we have other, what we loosely call Act 9 communities, which fall under Trankra, which is the Act 94 of 1998. And we are hoping that today we have waited 23 years for this opportunity to receive our land. So we are very hopeful today. We know that there are still many fights to come because of what's happening on the land currently, without our permission and without our consultation. So yes, this is a very auspicious day for our communities, and I'm hoping that this will enforce the rights of our indigenous people.
Just quickly, Nuki, what sort of plans do you have for development on this land now?
So we are currently busy putting together our land use plan. So within the land use plan, we hope to invite stakeholders, economic stakeholders, and all other stakeholders to enable us to help plan what is going to happen on our land for the foreseeable future.
Thank you very much, Mzwandile. Of course, another person will be receiving land on behalf of the community is Freddie Hansen. Freddie, how do you feel, and what plans do you have for the land now?
Good day, Ulrich. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Today it's such an emotional moment for us as Vihosdrif CPA and its members. This is also a historical moment for our community in Vihosdrif. And this receiving of this title deed means a lot to us. And besides the fact that it also secure our legal rights, is it also for us a pleasure to know that it opens up new opportunities, especially for development and growth in our community. And receiving this achievement today means a lot to us in such a way that we see a greater future for our community, our family members, and also individuals in our Ulrich CPA membership.
Thank you very much, Freddie. We've got just another guest, if you just mind. It's Jenny Swanepoel. Jenny, of course, Liesl is CPA chairperson for a piece of land in the Springbok area, the Bersig area. So how do you feel and what plans do you have?
That's a great privilege today because we honor our grandparents, Tati Newman and his wife Sophie, and we are thankful for them, and our future plans is to develop the land and for the future generations, because they must learn about the land and they must work for the land, because it's a privilege to have the land back. And it's about 28 years after the restitution here.
And, you know, you're talking about the future generation. You've been waiting for 28 years. You know, so I assume a lot of people that were part of the initial claim is no longer there.
Yeah.
And so you know, you're honoring them in getting this land, but also for the future generation.
For the future generation, yes. And we honor them. They will also be part of this celebration, but that's not meant for them. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye.
Jenny. Of course, Jenny Swanepoel, also part of the Bersig claim. They'll also receive their title deeds in just a few minutes. They actually rushing to that now, Liesl. But jubilation across really the length and breadth of the Richtersveld and the Namakwaland, because of the title deeds that people are getting today. A number of people have died before they got to this stage where they can touch the ground and say that this is ours. And of course, yesterday, that commitment from the minister to say that he doesn't want to see these things happening again. Things need to be fast-tracked and, you know, for the benefit of the communities of South Africa.